MMORPG.com, and we're back with another episode of MMOFTW, the week that was in MMO news. A lot of stuff going on this week, so we'll get right to it, starting off with Blade & Soul's closed beta events being dated, detailed, and all that other good stuff. The very first event will be coming to us on October 30th through November 1st. It is just one weekend long, and then there will be several other weekend events throughout the course of October and November and into December, and each of them are just weekend events because they're really just sort of stress testing the servers at this point. I guess they have a friends and family alpha server that's always running, similar to the way ArcAge had sort of this 24/7 server for more detailed feedback, but these weekend tests are sort of like previews for pre-orders. There will be beta key giveaways that they host with community fan sites and things like that, including MMORPG.com, I hope. And then they're really just to test the stability of the servers and everything like that to see how things are going. Plus, you'll get a chance to actually pre-register your character's name, and since there's one mega server in the North America region and there's one mega server in the European region, they want to you might want to, if you have a very specific name, you're going to want to get in there and register your name and reserve your name. But that, of course, is only for those players who do the pre-order founder pack thingies, which range in price from, I think, $50 all the way up to $150. You can find all that stuff over on the Blade & Soul website. So yeah, we now know that Blade & Soul will be having quite a few betas beginning at the end of October, just weekends and things like that. But what we did confirm also is that Blade & Soul's official launch will be coming in early 2016. So it will still be the winter of this year, as they're calling it, but the first quarter of 2016 is when the official launch will happen, which is probably not so much to do with Blade & Soul needing to be ready by then, but also giving a little bit of space to breathe between the WildStar free-to-play launch at the end of September and the official launch of Blade & Soul. You know, you do one a quarter, and that's kind of how these things typically go. You don't want to drop them right on top of each other. Next up is some Star Wars Uprising news. That is the mobile MMO action RPG from Kabam RPG being developed as a core RPG for the mobile devices, and it is actually the first game since Disney and Star Wars kind of became buddies, and the first game that will be canon in the new Star Wars extended universe. So everything that happens in Star Wars Uprising is legitimate and part of the new extended universe. It takes place right after Return of the Jedi. The Anowit sector gets locked down by a general, or maybe a governor or something like that. I can't remember. All the details are a little fuzzy right now, but he basically believes that the Emperor Palpatine, there's no way that he could be dead. He doesn't believe it. He thinks he's alive and well, and that the rebels are like holding him hostage. So he locks down the Anowit sector and basically creates martial law, and that's where you come in, and thousands of other players. You'll be working through a story written by some of the writers from Star Wars: The Old Republic, and kind of, as you finish that story, hopefully by the time you do that, a few weeks later, they'll be releasing even more chapters to the story with new levels, new dungeons, new gear, all that good stuff, typical MMO things, and it is all for free. It is on the iTunes Store now, and it is on Google Play now as well. We'll be having a review of it very soon on the website. And in Otherland news, that's right, the game that everybody thought was dead but then suddenly got resurrected is now in early access on Steam. There are packages starting from $19.99 up to $49.99 with various in-game perks included. The game will eventually be free to play when it is in full launch, so this early access is kind of like a founder's program. We have heard there are quite a few issues with server stability and things like that, but we've been streaming it a little bit on MMORPG.com's channel, so if you head on over there on twitch.tv/MMORPG.com, you should be able to look at a few of the Gentleman Geeks videos and take a look at it for yourself and tell us what you think. We'll have our own first impressions coming up right around the corner. And here's some good news for those players of Destiny who maybe played the game at launch and haven't really touched it since because of any other issues you can name, myself included. Big patch this past week, 2.0, which is a week ahead of the Taken King, which is the last announced expansion for Destiny. I guess, you know, we're probably going to see a sequel to Destiny. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. This is a 10-year project that they're working on, but I don't think that means we're not going to see more boxed items. I do think we're going to have a Destiny 2 or a Destiny the sequel, Electric Boogaloo or whatever, when the time comes. But this is this last expansion that we're getting, this last DLC, the Taken King, is a big doozy, and with it, it's basically a version 2.0 of Destiny. A whole bunch of stuff has been completely overhauled this past week. You know, the level cap is going up to 40 with the Taken King. I think it's at 34 now with this patch. You can't really get past that until the Taken King content comes out. Light is no longer just like another weird level. It's actually kind of a gear score. It's the average of your overall stats on your character. So now you'll start earning light points right from level 1 as you go up to the new level cap of level 40. There's new gear, there's new PvP maps, a whole new UI, a new way to track missions, more bag space, all this other good stuff. Really just addressing a lot of player concerns over the years, and we've been playing it ourselves, and we'll be having our first impressions of 2.0 this coming week, and of course we'll be reviewing the Taken King to see if it really does address a lot of concerns once it comes out on September 15th. And last but not least, the community concerns have been addressed in the game for TERA. Patrick Sun, he is the producer over at NMAS Entertainment, has said that in recent game patches, players have noticed a significant reduction in the amount of gold being dropped. According to Patrick, this was put in place for other regional iterations to combat bot activity. NMAS feels that his measures to keep botting at a minimum are working as intended, and that this nerf to gold drops needs to and will be rolled back. So the gold drops, essentially what he's saying is that the gold drops for the North American version will probably be increased in a future patch. In addition, dungeon drops need to be improved. That's actually a direct quote. If you can see me, I'm doing air quote fingers right now. It needs to be improved, and NMAS is in discussions about the best way to improve them overall. The community has also been concerned about recent lag and freezing issues, a problem that the team is working to track down and solve. And for the future, some of the cool stuff we have to look forward to in TERA, if you're a fan, is a brand new player experience, which is improving, and a whole new introduction to TERA. That's right, the Isle of Dawn is getting an overhaul or a change completely, and that'll be coming in October. And other new content is of course including the human female brawler, a melee fist-wielding tank class that's going to be added to the game. So there you have it. There, you know, the TERA is the #1 played MMORPG on Steam right now, which just shows you that it's alive and well, but still has its fair share of issues that crop up from now and then. So it's nice to see that NMAS is addressing those as they can. I don't think they're quite nearly the size of team they once were when TERA was launching, but it's good to see that they're still really working hard to keep the North American version of TERA thriving and doing well. So that's it for this week, folks. That's all the news that's fit to print. I'm Bill Murphy. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook at MMORPGcom without the dot. You can find me on Twitter at TheBillMurphy. And remember, don't let a bad pug get you down.
Make sure to level up your MMO knowledge by visiting MMORPG.com, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and by following us on social media. To catch up on the week's biggest MMO news, watch our latest MMOFTW. And to see if there's a better MMO out there for you, watch one of our latest First Impressions videos. Thanks for watching.